saying?
What?
Staying in like this
That's
crazy,
so random.
yeah,
Dude,
no,
that is-
super random. Like staying in this crazy penthouse with him, like
What?
and like a crazy party. Like it was insane, bro. It was insane. The Nug Boys were there. Funny enough, bro.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Another Monday. We're being welcomed by Mike Tobinsky. I really appreciate you coming on the podcast.
I appreciate you, my boy.
How are you, dude?
Thank you for having me.
Dude,
I'm
thanks
good,
for coming.
Bro. I'm good. Everything's been smooth lately, man. Life is a crazy journey.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Dude, I want to introduce you you're an artist, a producer, and an audio engineer, right?
Yes, sir.
And with all those traits that you've put together, you've opened your own recording studio session, or your own recording studio called The Bunker Studios?
Yes, sir. The Bunker Recording Studios.
The Bunker Recording Studios.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I want to know a little bit more about that and how did you get started in the studio scene?
Nah, I got you. So basically, it's funny. So when it comes to the whole music journey for me, right? So I started off like I had a homie over in Santa Clarita, and he had like a little home studio setup. That was like my first like experience ever with a studio. So I would go over to his house a lot, and the more I would just go over there, like I would find like more and more of an interest in just working on the computer, like using all the studio gear, like learning all this new stuff, right? And then a little bit shortly after, like I ended up just getting my own like home setup. I was like, you know, fuck it. I got all this money on my credit card available. I'm gonna just cash out right now. Fuck it, we're good.
Yeah.
I was like, one day this is gonna pay off, I swear. So cashed out, got all the studio gear.
Do you remember how much you ended up paying in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, so for my very first setup, it wasn't even too expensive. Funny enough, like I had a homie who worked at Guitar Center at the time, so I was able to get his employee discount. And funny enough, like
Clutch.
For the people who don't know, back in the day, like Guitar Center, if you work there, you get to buy all the gear at their wholesale cost,
Dude.
plus 30% off. So it's like technically they would lose money on the sales to the employees. That's kind of why they probably stopped doing it. Yeah. But I swear, like that's how it started for me. Funny enough,
you can run a whole business off of that if you work at Guitar Center.
You could really be hustling. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we're applying tomorrow.
Nah, for real, huh? If only it was still like that. But yeah, nah, trust.
Yeah, but going back to the Bunker Studios, how did you had your own studio, your first studio sesh, and how did that end up like creating to like proceed? Like how did that proceed?
Gotcha. So basically, like, just to like explain it a little bit in depth, like, so I had like bought my studio gear at home, right, and then I had probably my gear for like I want to say maybe like 6 months or so, maybe even a little bit shorter in time, you know.
Yeah.
And then I decided, like, I was like, yo, I need to upgrade again. So I bought an even nicer mic, bought an even nicer interface. And I was like, damn, I feel like I'm on top right now. Like, this is great. Like, this microphone is awesome. Everything's great. Shortly after, like, I met a homie. His name was Davinci, funny enough. I think he went to school with him, funny enough. Devin Aguirre. Like,
I think I know him, dude.
Yeah, that's the boy.
Is he part of the Keto Notion?
Yeah,
then I know him for sure.
He used to be part of a Keto.
Yeah, dude. Shout out Devin then.
Yeah, shout out to Devin, yeah. Nah, that's the boy. I was just on the phone with him, funny enough, right before I came in here.
Dude, I wonder how he's doing, but...
Nah, he's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the boy's doing good. So I met up with him, and then that's how I started getting introduced to a lot of people in the Valley. That's honestly how I met Goob. I met Goob through Devin.
Yeah.
And I went to a studio session, funny enough, with Devin and like a bunch of the other Valley homies, like Felicia, funny enough, was there. A lot of other people. And after that first studio session, I was like, wow. I was like, I need a spot like this. Like, I need to get my own space where I can actually work on music and create and really do this shit. Because right now with the home setup, at the time living with my parents, it wasn't really ideal for me to work on music late hours of the night. I couldn't really get into like my necessarily like most creative states, modes. Even though I was still doing stuff, I was still recording songs, still doing other shit. But like, I just couldn't really lock in the way that I would want to, you know? So
were they strict on you or what?
Nah, not necessarily strict. It's just like, you know, it's like both my dad works, and it's like at the time, like shit, he's trying to get his sleep at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
dude.
And like my room, like picture my room is like right here, and my parents' room is like right there.
And
So
your room's like bumping.
yeah, and it's like I got these Atom speakers, and they're bumping super loud bass, and like I'm trying to record, and like all they're hearing is just me recording and stuff, you know. So it's like I kind of get it where they're
Yeah.
coming from, I guess. And so yeah, I after that first studio session, I was like, you know, I need to really crack down to figure out a space. I want to say like a week later or so, maybe I found a studio space in North Hollywood, and that was my first studio space. And ever since then, that's how the Bunker Recording Studios was created.
Yeah, dude. But how exactly when you started the Bunker Studio?
Yeah.
What were the difficulties about starting it? Like, does the room already come like furnished with all the equipment, or no? You
So-
got to put in your own stuff.
Yeah, so I want to say like the situation varies because I know like there are probably some locations where you can like get where there's people who are actually renting a space out, like monthly lockouts, etc., where you can get it with like the space, but that's not really like your own space. You're renting it from someone else, you know.
Yeah.
But and like for me, I want to say like some of the most difficulties with it was realistically like trying to figure out how to make it work because it was a whole new expense and a whole new level of overhead that I had. And at the time, funny enough, I had like a few homies who were pitching in, were helping me with the studio space. Much appreciated, you know what I'm saying? And I could tell like over time, like over a few months, like it was kind of getting more and more difficult for them to like contribute, knowing that they got their own shit going on, etc. So it's like everything, like the pressure was on, like the pressure was on for me. Like I had to figure it out. And
I feel
that-
like people work best when you're under pressure. Like you have no
Yeah.
other choice. You have
Yeah.
to get it. You have to figure out a way to get it done and pay the monthly expenses and stuff.
the overhead.
Yeah, the
exactly.
overhead. You got to.
Believe me, I'll get a lot more into that later for sure. That's a whole other topic. But yeah. So after that, it was kind of like fight or flight. You know, like I got to figure it out. And you know, thankfully, like I feel like I was able to develop the Bunker Recording Studios honestly just through word of mouth and through very little like social media promotion. You know, this was before like any content, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just thankfully like a lot of the homies in the valley were supportive, super supportive from out here in North Hollywood, even LA, like Van Nuys, all the different areas out here. Like I know so many different people, and like I appreciate all the clients for that I've had throughout the past few years for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, y'all are the ones who are putting the food on my table,
Yeah,
for
dude.
real, and like making the business go around, and I appreciate it. But that just trying to figure out how to navigate, how to build your clientele, and like just how to actually figure out how to monetize on the music stuff. Because for me, like I opened the studio, right? So now I need to figure out, for one, how to learning how to engineer properly. You know what I'm saying? Keep developing the levels of sound, keep developing the clientele, and also like, you know, just being able to manage like my personal life and most of all the money aspect of things,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
So I feel like those are like the main difficulties of opening the business.
dude, and you're doing it, and that's like,
Yeah.
dude, like that's really good because not many people. I mean, most engineers I feel that I've come across have their own home studio. It's nothing like they're renting out or own
Yeah.
a spot. So you're like the first person that I know that actually has their own spot. So, dude,
Yeah.
like kudos to you. You're doing
Appreciate
good.
you, bro.
But
Nah, I
going back
appreciate
to
you.
the
Thank you, G.
studio, is there anyone notable or that you've worked with, or give or take, how many clients have you worked with?
Yeah.
In this journey?
So, funny enough, like I feel like it started getting for me like when I got into the studio business, like I don't know how this happened, but a few months into it, like I had Lil Xan coming through.
Dude, that's insane.
I had Lil Xan coming through to the same. He was working in the same studio building that I was in, right? And I was just catching him in the hallway, and then we kind of just became cool, like just from just chopping it up. And he was like, "Hey, pull up on me." And I'm like right next door, and literally the studio right next door where he's working. So I'm pulling up. We're just kicking it, like just doing our thing. And then from there, like I ended up somehow going on like a trip to Arizona with him. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Staying in like this
That's
crazy.
so random.
Yeah,
Dude,
no,
that is-
super random. Like staying in this crazy penthouse with him, like
What?
and like a crazy party. Like it was insane, bro. It was insane. The Nug Boys were there. Funny enough, bro.
Dude, I love the Nug Boys.
Yeah, the Nug Boys were there. There was a
Yeah.
lot of people there.
Did you
so-
get to meet him?
I met a
Like,
couple of them. Yeah,
yeah?
I met a couple of them.
That's
there.
cool,
But
dude.
I didn't. Funny enough, like at the time, like I didn't even recognize them. Didn't even know who they were. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so I was so focused on like everything that I had going on. Like I'm not really on YouTube, none of that shit. So I don't even know who these people are.
Yeah.
But yeah, life is a crazy trip, bro. It's a literal small world, bro.
So you've worked with Lil Xan, right?
Yeah, I worked with Zan. We recorded a bunch of stuff. Like we've been in the studio a lot together, and but yeah, he was like the first big artist that I want to say like I encountered, right?
Yeah.
And after that, like realistically, like I just started getting plugged in at different studios, and like I went to I want to say this one studio called NRG. It's out here in North Hollywood.
Okay.
Okay, I forgot the street.
Yeah,
it's
no,
off of.
dude.
But
Yeah.
it's off of Lancashire, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's one of the biggest, like, most legendary studios in North Hollywood. And I got plugged in with like a couple big people, like someone on Future's label. His name was FBG Goat. Recently, like I did a session with Krishan, Sexy Red.
What the hell?
I don't know if Goob
Goob
mentioned
mentioned
any
that
of
a little, dude.
he
That's
probably got
insane,
into that a little
dude.
bit. And then let's see,
How did the sessions with those two go?
crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, pretty crazy.
How?
Yeah, it's just like I mean, they're just. I just want to say like they're just wild females. You know.
Yeah.
You know they're just kind of crazy. Like I feel like it was a very interesting studio session. It was cool. I mean, shit. I was smoking with them. We were all smoking.
They were all
together
chill?
and shit. Yeah, Krishan's dad was there. Like a lot of people were there. It was cool.
Blueface was in there?
Nah. They were like split. I don't know if he was in jail
Imagine
at
he
the
just
time.
came in, knocked the head.
Nah, for real. But yeah, I got plugged in with that session, and funny enough, I had a session booked the same night, and the guy who plugged me in with it, he was like, "Hey, bro," he's like, "Cancel your other session." He's like, "You got a session with Sexy Red and Krishan." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm
Dude.
cancel the session. I'm gonna run that one." So I did that one over at Paramount. This was the first session I ever had at
Whoa.
Paramount Recording Studios, and it was cool. It was super cool. Like,
Dude.
thankfully, like.
They took care of you well?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Honestly, it was a trip because I had been in the studio all day that day, and I'd ran sessions all day that day, and then I need nothing, and then literally I got hit up for the session. I'm like, damn, it's gonna be a long night. I'm finna be in here until like 4 a.m, and it's already been like a 20+ hour day, you know, so. Get there, thankfully, bro. They had some coffee, bagels. They had all this stuff like just chilling in the little room where you could just grab as much food and drinks that you want. I was like, oh, this is gonna bring me right back to
Yeah.
life right now.
Do you remember what song you worked with Sexy Red and Krishan?
Yeah, so it was so it never came out, funny enough, bro, and I don't know why. It's all like weird with the label shit, you know how it is. But it was the Ev Your Baby Daddy song. So Krishan did a remix to it. And I can show it to you or whatever.
Yeah.
On the low. Shh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did that. I recorded Krishan doing a feature on that song. That was on Take He's beat. And it was a crazy session, bro. Like
Maybe one day
it was
it'll
really
release.
intense. I don't know. Funny enough, like Krishan had teased it on her story. She had posted a reel about it. Sexy Red commented on it and everything, like the whole coming soon shabam. And then
It never came.
Never came out. I think Chief Keef dropped a remix though with her, like, you know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah.
they did a remix, but that one never came out. It don't surprise me though, because I haven't really heard much.
Were you
Well-
scared? Like, yeah, but and there
With Krishan?
Nah,
you're
it's
just even nervous.
like I feel
I
like,
feel like she can beat us up.
nah, she was definitely like a little lit, I want to say, but nah, I wasn't scared. Like I feel like at this point, like I've worked with enough people and I've worked in a lot of different studios, not just my own, like where I can realistically work anywhere and feel confident in what I'm doing. Like it could be anywhere. Like it could be a recording session in a room like this, be in a hotel room, could be in like a big room. Like I've been in so many different situations where it's like I just kind of know how to adapt to the people that I'm working with and like adapt to the specific space that I'm in, you know?
Yeah.
So, nah, it's just, I mean, Like, honestly, like, I feel like, of course, like, you feel some sort of nerves, like, a little bit when it comes to working with certain people, like, just because you don't know how certain people are going to act or how
Yeah.
they're going to fuck with you or whatever. But it's
Yeah.
like, you know, you just come correct and the work speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, but that's insane. I felt like I would have been scared.
Yeah, nah, I mean, shit, bro. Like, definitely, like one of the first sessions that I had in like a big studio, like it was over at NRG, and it was like with some other people. And that was probably the biggest studio that I had ever worked at the time. And for me, like, I was like, oh shit, like this is pretty nerve wracking. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, this is a completely different environment. Like, you know, I'm working with this person, like, kind of a little more on the strict side of how he wants a little bit of things. You know how rappers are, I guess.
Yeah.
But or it can be. But I mean, just after working with enough difficult clients and enough people, like, you just kind of know how to work with whoever. Like, you know, and you could tell, like, right off the bat, like, how the session is going to go from the jump, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like that's good because you got yourself into the door, and now there's maybe more opportunities that will come your way. So it's just up from here, dude.
Nah, yeah, for sure, bro. Like, believe me, I'm always constantly praying on things because when it comes to, like, the whole making money on music, it's very hard. And, like, it's, you know, like, even as an artist, like, for example, like, you know, to build a whole fan base and everything, like, it's difficult. And, like, for an engineer or a producer, like, but for my case, it's like, I've really had to, like, build up a clientele base, like, work with enough people, develop a rep, develop real, like, personal relationships with people where it's just, like, helped benefit my career and, like, helped take me to a specific place, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I really feel like, you know, there's people who have been doing this shit for a lot longer than me, and, like, I've only been doing it for a little bit amount of time, and, like, I'm still surprised on, like, how far, like, I've been able to come with the stuff, and that all just comes with, like, you know, just putting in the work,
Hard
being
work.
consistent, being genuine, and having good intentions. And if you have all of those, like, usually a lot of the stuff as far as your dreams and goals, like, work out in your favor, you know?
Yeah, I've noticed that you and Goob in particular, you guys are really good at being attentive towards like other people. You guys are good at that.
Yeah.
You guys are really good.
Yeah, you know, like, part of our profession, I feel like, is scouting talent and just, like, learning and understanding, like, people, you know? And we just worked with so many different people where it's like, I feel like we just know how to handle everybody who comes across us in a sense.
Yeah, dude, that's a good trait to have. But moving on to another like thing, the producer got a little segment for us. They were gonna
Nice. All right.
and we catered it, or she catered it to what, like,
I feel like this is the vibe you give me.
from we listen to your music on Spotify.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you like these artists, but
Okay.
so just rank from 1 through 5 these artists, and 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. Obviously, the worst doesn't mean they're bad. It's just your scale.
Okay, just personal.
Of course, when we have an audio engineer on, the mic decides to turn off. It could have happened to anybody else. Not that we wanted it to happen to anybody else, but no, it is not your TV. Your TV's working. Yes, we should have played it off like it was your TV. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the podcast of another Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Okay, so number 1. Oh, sorry, not number 1. I'm not gonna choose for you.
No,
Wait,
yeah.
Okay, so Lil Mosey.
I need to know the whole list. I feel like. Oh wait, just
No,
Oh,
it's
just-
gonna
yeah.
it's gonna be blindly, or like you're not gonna.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna know the names I'm gonna say.
Yeah, next.
rate them on. Okay, so I haven't listened to enough Lil Mosey to rate him, so I can't do my boy like that, because who knows, I might work with him one day. I know a dude who's pretty cool and produces for Lil Mosey. So
Really?
you know, who knows? Like, I might work with bro.
Put him at 1.
Wait, 1 being the best, right?
One being the best.
Personal
But I can rate
preference.
like other people with number 1 or no?
No.
So then how am I supposed to know?
It's just that's the game. Like, that's the risk.
Okay. I'm gonna put Lil Mosey at number 3 so I can save some room for a possible couple.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I hope I just do myself wrong here. But
Dude, it's the top 5 in the world.
right
No.
now.
Yeah. So number 3 for Lil Mosey is good.
Alright, well, you only have 5 people to name, so we're good.
Nice save.
We're
Okay,
good.
so Lil Peep.
Best art. Damn, like
This one's tough,
You
man.
like Lil Peep?
I used to listen to like some of the Peep stuff. Like I'm pretty cool with like I'm cool with Tracy. Like I've kicked it with Tracy a couple times. So she's been to like one of his shows before with Zan and shit. But I've even
Who's Tracy? Like
Lil
for those.
Tracy.
Oh, for those. I was like, for those who don't like know, like.
Okay, Lil Tracy is he's part of like the whole goth boy clique scene. He's one of the artists who was like one of Lil Peep's really good friends.
Yeah.
Back then, yeah. But shoot, oh man, this game is difficult. I don't want to do none of these people wrong because
Yeah,
like,
no.
I know a lot of their
Okay,
mutuals.
so you made it clear in the beginning.
This is
You
pretty
take
difficult.
yourself.
I'm gonna just say 4 because I want to like leave some more room.
Experience
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna say 4.
Okay. YNW Melly.
Damn. Well, damn.
Dude, these games are tough.
No, it is tough. It's funny. I just brought up Melly's name today, so that's funny. I want to say, shit. I don't know. We're getting down to like the last few people, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2.
Oh.
I'd rather work with I'd rather work with Melly.
I wonder who's gonna land on 1.
Okay, so Polo G.
Damn. I used to listen to Polo G.
Polo G's good.
When Polo G was like on his whole come up. Like I was
Yeah.
listening to him a lot back when I was working like my regular job.
This was like a few years ago.
I remember stocking literally like stocking fucking shelves inside of like Ralph's like cold ass fridge, like 2 a.m. in the morning
To
type shit.
Polo
Listen
G.
to Polo G. I'm not even gonna lie. I put Polo G. Did I say 2 already or no?
You said 2. Yeah, you said 2.
2, yeah. You just have 1 and 5.
I'm not gonna put him on 5, so I'm gonna put him on 1.
Yeah, Polo G at 1.
Okay.
Who's the last one?
So the last one,
Yeah.
Blueface.
Yeah, 5. Sure.
Dude, if you could like, I mean,
Easy enough.
if you had that list, how would you rate them now that you know like the order of, I guess.
Pretty accurate, though.
Yeah?
I think my list was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
I'll repeat it. So Polo G's 1, YNW Melly 2,
Yeah.
3 Lil Peep,
Yeah.
4 Lil Mosey,
Yeah.
and 5 Blueface.
Wait, I thought you said Lil Mosey 3.
I switched.
Was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you switched
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Lil Mosey 3.
Yeah.
No, I think my list.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate, dude.
Yeah, no.
That's pretty good.
For sure.
And then we have another one, right?
Oh yeah.
After this
one
one.
more. So this one
Alright,
you're
bet.
gonna rank.
He was sweating throughout that one. He was like, woo.
I was like, I'm hoping I win this one. Right.
Okay, so same thing. 5. It's gonna rank blindly again,
Okay.
and it's gonna be producer/engineer pet peeves. So you're gonna rank them from 1 to 5.
Fire.
So the first, okay, yeah. So this one is gonna be
1 being what though? Like I need to know. 1 being like the worst pet peeve.
the worst.
The worst pet
And
peeve.
then 5 being like something that's like,
The-
alright, whatever.
Yeah,
The least worst, yeah.
You're, like
Yeah.
you're pulling your hair out.
Yeah.
Alright, I like this. I like this. I've dealt with a lot of shit.
He's been waiting for this moment.
Okay, and then one of them I actually don't know if it's a pet peeve, but I just threw it in there. So
Alright, bet,
okay, so abusing the talk back button.
5, because I'm the only one who uses the talkback button.
Okay.
Okay. They don't have no talkback button or the talkback button inside the.
In the booth,
Yeah.
they're already talking to you on the mic.
Okay.
Just gonna speak to you no matter what.
Okay.
The talkback button is for the engineer to speak to the artist.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess we can rephrase that. Maybe are they talking back to you using the mic over and over and over again?
I'm still rated a 5 because,
Okay.
like, no matter what, I need to communicate to the artist.
Okay.
I'm working with.
Okay.
So it's like, for me, it's like the communication is regular. I'd rather have an artist communicate with me
Then stay quiet.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
That's
Okay.
a good engineer.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right.
Okay, so moving the pop filter.
Man, I feel like I want to say 1, but I want to leave more room because I feel like, you know, that's just the second thing you've said. So I feel like maybe there's something a little bit worse.
Yeah.
But that shit pisses me off. Number 2.
Number
I'll put that at
2.
Number 2 because I'm gonna leave room for number 1. You know, I'm smart with that. I think ahead. But that shit pisses me off because like when it comes to like a recording, right, and microphone, like and a microphone, right. Microphone proximity is everything. And I could talk very far away, and it's going to sound the microphone picks up your voice a lot different from when you talk very close.
Yeah.
So having like the boundary and the distance where the pop filter and the microphone is very important in order to get a clean, solid recording. But the distance varies between the artists. However, their delivery is. If their delivery is more aggressive, maybe I'll back it up a little bit more. But like, it's very important to properly set all of that stuff because I don't know, when it comes to recording, the initial source audio is the most important thing. It's like anybody can mix shit, but a mixer can make a great record with great source material. However, sometimes like from a lot of great other people I've heard, if you can take like some really shit stuff and turn it into something great, like that's when you know you're like a real great
I've heard that.
Yeah,
I've heard that. Because my cousin's girlfriend, she made a song in her bedroom with an earphone, like her earphone.
No way.
No, not a mic, like the earphone.
Those Apple ones?
Yeah, and she sent it to a known audio engineer.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name. I don't know. I think she said he did like a lot, but he charged a lot. Yeah. And he made it sound like good. Great. Like you would have never known.
I've heard from a few engineers about that. Funny enough, in Young Thug's last album that he just dropped, Baines, shout out to my boy Baines. Baines is
he's another artist.
Baines is actually Young Thug's engineer.
Oh, okay.
Personal engineer. Shout out to Baines. He pulled up to my whole grand opening party for the Bunker recording.
Really? Dude, that's sick.
That's crazy. For the new studio. I didn't even get to that yet, but we'll talk about that.
Okay.
And Baines, I believe, recorded something directly off of a jail phone while Thug was in jail. And it's on one of the songs in there. And realistically, it's like to the normal ear and like even me, because I never knew this when I was listening to it. I just thought like, oh, like maybe this was just a mix. But you can't tell that it's on a jail phone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell that it's on a jail phone. So it's pretty crazy.
So wait, Young Thug, he's in jail, right? Yeah. But he recorded a whole album while in jail on the cell phone?
I don't know about the whole album because but the verse, like the verse for that specific song was completely on a jail phone.
That'd be crazy if it was the whole song.
I'm like, dude, deserves a Grammy on the spot? Huh? If that were the case.
Nah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the next one?
The next one is yelling into the mic close up.
Well, that has
like
to do with
screaming like this.
That's like, I mean,
like next level screaming, like ah.
That one in there because my brother always tells me like, do not like if you're gonna yell or scream, lower the gain and back up.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, is she right on that?
Look at her. Yes.
Yeah.
Pet peeve. I'm gonna put it at a 3 because it's like. I don't particularly like it. Yeah. I have people who do it. But I don't like it. Not a pet peeve. I just don't really work with people who do that stuff. Yeah. Okay. It's not like particular genre. Like, no offense to like the heavy metal.
Oh, that makes sense.
Stuff,
he ain't booking no screamers.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna need like a crazy compressor to catch all that stuff. So that way it's not like clipping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so someone wanting you to record them for free.
One for sure.
Damn, that's one? How often does that happen, dude?
At this point in my career, it doesn't happen like at all. Before? But yeah, before I did, I've cut ties with people because of that stuff. Hell yeah. Just for people like having expectations that you like not cut ties with people for sure because it's like
they're your buddies and they're like, oh yeah.
It's like, you know, because I got people who are random as hell, bro, like supporting my shit. Like I literally had a client, bro, his first day out of jail, bro, booked a session with me. The last little amount of money he had, booked a session with me, right? Dedicated, bro, most humble guy I met. You know what I mean? And shout out to my boy Too Real for that one.
Shout out.
And free my boy Too Real. But yeah, bro, it's like I don't like when people just expect shit out of you, you know, because it's like with the whole setup and everything, it's like I feel like realistically between all the software, the hardware, everything, it's like I probably have like a cool like 100 bands in total worth of shit, you know, and it's like that shit is not free. Like I've had to work for all that stuff, you know, and it's just, yeah, I don't like when people expect shit out of you, you know, it's just not the vibe, like, and at this point in my career, like, I just don't work with people like that.
Yeah.
But not to say I don't work with certain particular people who I truly believe in, and, like, I work on certain things with them because I genuinely enjoy working on the music as an engineer, you know, because for me, it's like, as an engineer, like, and a studio owner, it is very important to, like, treat your shit as a business, you know?
Right.
But, like, I'll never forget why I got into the shit, who I got into the shit with, and, like, the love for the music, you know? And I keep that vision and all those things in the back of my mind so that way I don't give up on my dreams, you know?
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
what pushes you on a day to day, like to not give up, dude?
Oh, man.
On those days, like,
all right, so for in this current time in my life, like back then it was really just like the hustle of just trying to chase the dream and get to it and like keep going, building up the platform, just keep being consistent with the shit, getting better, right? And now, but it's like the reason I do it everything day to day is because I got a whole kid on the way, bro.
you do?
Oh,
Dude,
congratulations.
boy or girl?
I appreciate your boy.
Nice,
Yeah,
dude.
it's funny because like my girl's about like 2 to 3 weeks, I want to say, like away from popping.
No, what?
Yeah,
Dude, that's like, it could be happening right now.
No, I got
No, check the phone, dude. Check the phone.
Oh man, but nah,
Dude,
so
congrats.
it's like, but like funny enough, like I found out my girl was pregnant the day that like I opened my second studio, you know.
Yeah.
And the day that I was literally moving shit in, she was supposed to help me move. She had a little morning sickness. Next thing you know, sending me a little picture of a test. I'm like, wow, okay, for sure, this happened. Lit.
Yeah, I'm sure that motivates you now
Changed my life
so much, dude.
It's because it's like I don't know. For me, like I've always felt like I've had purpose in life.
Yeah.
But I've been very comfortable in certain situations, you know.
Yeah.
And this like forces me to be like, not like I gotta get this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no other option. Like I gotta get this shit. Gotta figure it out, you know.
Yeah.
And that shit. That's what motivates me on the day to day. Is just
Yeah.
making sure my family's straight.
Dude, I like that.
Long term because I've been around enough people in this music industry and like content scene and everything where it's like I've seen a lot of success, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of people, met a lot of people, and been around a lot of successful people, and I'm trying to get there. And
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, you surround yourself with the right people.
It rubs off on you.
Yeah, it does for sure. You work hard, you stay consistent with everything, you have pure intentions. Everything will work out for you. Like everything will completely like work out in your favor. You just gotta stay faithful, stay consistent, keep praying.
Yeah, dude. I love that. Dude, that's crazy. Was that it?
Oh, there was one more.
Or one more?
All right,
That was good.
We're going a little in depth here, but
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
No, yeah. Okay, so the last one is not knowing their alcohol limit.
Man. How many numbers?
You
do I
already have. This is the last. This is only 4.
So
Number 4? That's 4?
This has to be
Yeah, that's
so this
four.
has to be number 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to be number 4.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of people do that. I think it's cool when people want to catch a vibe, do their thing in the studio. You know, I have a lot of different artists, a lot of people I work with, whether they're sipping on lean, whether they're doing their thing, whatever the case may be, right? Smoking weed, drinking. But it's always important to know your limit on things and never like over abuse certain substances, alcohol, none of that shit.
Yeah.
But
What do you do if they do?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
I mean, personally, I've never been in that situation where I've had to see that firsthand. I've been around it a lot, though. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't know. It's just you can't control everybody else's actions, and I think like you know, if someone was to get too fucked up,
Yeah.
like you know, just hopefully like you can call the paramedics or something. I don't know. But when it comes to like the alcohol specific, like if people can't handle their limit on the drink, then it's just like, bro, it's a burn because I don't want people throwing up in my studio. I don't want people like hurling. I mean, shit, I've had it before. Hey,
Someone threw up?
I'm gonna tell you a pretty crazy story.
What happened?
Pretty crazy story. When I'm trying to think when this was, because we had some pretty crazy. Me and my boy Goo. Shout out to my boy Goo, bro.
Shout out Goo.
Shout out to my boy Goo, bro. But my boy Goo.
What a dude.
I forgot. Like I really can't think of why we were all at the studio. Why we were literally all there.
Yeah.
But it was a bunch of us. We were all lit as fuck. And we're literally lit as hell. And I just remember like my boy Goob, he was pretty lit. Like he was one of the first people to throw up actually in my studio. Like
He got-
I don't think it was on the floor. No, he had a trash can, but like
Dad
my boy
exposing
was pretty. Not exposing. Telling the good times. But my boy was pretty lit, and but he was definitely one of the first people. But that was in my second studio. One of the very, very first people, my boy Easy Money. Shout out my boy, real Easy Money, man. Easy. I think it was my birthday, and
He gave you a little surprise on your birthday.
yeah, surprise as well. It was funny enough. It was like me, Goob, and Easy, and we were drinking, and Easy had drank a little bit too much. I want to say.
What's your guys' favorite drink? What were you guys drinking in that moment?
I honestly, bro, right this second, I do not like liquor, but if I'm celebrating, I like to drink. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like a drinker. I'm more of a smoker myself.
Okay.
I like to smoke.
Uh-huh.
But I don't necessarily like to drink. At the time, it's probably like Coronas or
Okay.
just some typical beer, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Easy had gotten a little bit too lit. My boy was drinking like Bud Bones beer, like getting fucked up, and like he was fucked up. Like Google and I had to take care of him. That shit was on my birthday too. I remember that.
Damn, they had to be taking care of you, dude.
Man,
On your birthday.
I was supposed to get fucked up.
Yeah.
But nah. So yeah, I mean, because of what it lied on number four.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. I just think people just need to come correct to the studio. Just know your limits. That's all.
Yeah. Dude, well, producer, thanks for the segment and reading it out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got the best reader in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But switching gears back to the conversation here.
Yeah.
You had mentioned that you were going to touch back on your second location and how it came about. I don't know if you want to elaborate more on that.
So yeah, my second studio location is over in Van Nuys, California.
Wait, so you have two locations, or just
that is
you
the
moved?
new location. Yeah,
Okay.
the new location.
Okay.
My bad.
I was like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, so
That was good.
That's the new location. I had my old location, and like I don't know, I just felt as if the studio space was a little bit too. It was just too small for me. I started working with a lot more bigger people, and with those sessions, it's like those artists like to bring like a whole entourage with them. Sometimes,
Yeah.
it's not always just one-on-one sessions or 2 or 3 people. Like sometimes people like to pull up 20 heads deep.
Jeez, dude.
You know, and just gotta have the space for it to be able to like tailor to the client. So got a new space. I got a partner. His name is David Nazi. Shout out to David, Mixless TV.
Yeah.
And
you guys work together?
Yeah, we went in on the studio together. And ever since then, like I just been really like managing the whole studio, running all the sessions, like making sure all the work and shit's getting done, and just really handling the business, you know. And ever since then, shit, here we are. I opened it last October.
Yeah.
So from October to now.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Dude, I don't know if you mind. Dude, how old are you?
I'm 25, my friend.
Dude, we're the same age.
Nice.
And I think you're more mature than I am.
I don't know about more mature,
dude.
But shit, it's just I feel like everybody has like a lot of different experiences in life, you know?
Yeah.
And those experiences just tend to give us more knowledge, you know?
Yeah.
Maturity is a whole different topic.
Yeah, dude, I feel everything you've told me so far, you have your shit together. Like in terms of like your business and your personal life, everything seems like you have everything together, dude.
Baby on the way.
Believe me.
Yes.
I'm trying, bro.
What's the baby's name? Have you guys figured that out?
Matthias.
Matthias? Ah, nice. Did you come up with it or you guys came up with it together?
Nah, my girl came
She had full control.
I don't want to say full control, but she came up with the name and she was like, "You like this?" I was like, "All right, yeah, it's cool. We'll roll with it."
Yeah, dude.
So,
that's good.
But yeah, bro, life is a trip, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I feel like it's just a grind, bro. Like, you really can't just put in half-ass work or effort. Like, you gotta give this shit your all, bro. It's not fucking easy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
Yeah, dude. I like that. That's inspiring for especially, other audio engineers or artists who want to open up their studio. Dude, it's difficult out here, especially with rent. Rent's expensive here, dude.
It is, bro. It is. And, like,
you're able to do it.
As, like, a studio owner and everything, like, and just an engineer and, like, someone in, engineer, producer, and somebody in, like, the music industry and scene, like I'm still just trying to figure out like how I want to go about things for the next few years, etc. You know, especially because for me, like I don't want to say like my whole mindset has changed, but like I just need to make sure that everything is straight, like as far as my family, and I'm trying to figure out how to go about things, you know, because like I got a lot of different goals, and I just need to make sure that everything aligns with all the work that I'm putting in for them, you know, so everything like pays off.
What's your top goal right now, like, or that you foresee coming in maybe 2, 3, 4 years?
Top goal is to be able to wake up every day and not have to worry about overhead, and just know that like from like all the royalties and like all the people I'm working with and like all the music, like I'm making like passively like 10 bands a month, 12 bands a month, where it's like I can just like, you know, eventually get enough songs in with like good artists, help develop artists, build with them, and like I just get to work on enough stuff where it's like I have ownership in some of these things where it's going to pay off long term for me, you know?
Yeah, a little piece of everything, dude. That's I like how you mentioned royalties. Maybe you can help me understand, because on multiple, when you have a person who comes in, do you sign a contract that you own a percentage of that, or you get a percentage, or how does that work in the music scene?
So when it comes to like royalties, right, and like ownership on music, it's not necessarily like the people who I work with day to day, like I don't own like their shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like people like to work on their own music, whatever. But when it comes to certain things, like if it's your own production, like you make the beat, or you know, like you help write certain parts of the song, like you know, then it's kind of like a whole different thing where it's more of like a collaborative
effort.
A collaborative effort, and more of like a body of work that's created by two people or multiple people in this, you know? And those people who have worked on that record own part of it and are entitled like either to royalties or publishing.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was a little confused on, but dude, that makes sense.
So yeah, it doesn't, so it just depends, but like, I mean, there's a lot of different terms, and like when it comes to like beat agreements and all that license agreement shit, like it all varies, bro. It depends on the producer, but you know, it's like, I try to work with certain people, like, you just make the beats for them and just go. Yeah. Like it's cool, cause it's like, I feel like you get a chance to take a little bit more pride in the work when it's like your own production, and you know, like the song that you're working on, you know, it's like a long-term investment in a sense, you know? Yeah. It's more of something like, it's a better feeling, more satisfying feeling than me just like recording a random song and getting like a quick little, like $200 for a session. Like, you know, sometimes like just working on like something of your own and like being involved in it.
Dude, it's refreshing to hear someone like in around our age group, who in our early mid-20s, who's like thinking this, like who you think very business minded. I feel like not many people nowadays are like that, so it's good, dude, that you're doing that for sure.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's important, bro, because it's like, I'm telling you, bro, I've just been around enough people, and I've seen a lot of success, and a lot of people I've been around where I know this shit is possible. Like anything you do, it's possible to make something happen, you know? And it's just all about the work that you put in and figuring out different ways how to monetize on it.
Yeah, dude, I like that. Dude, I wanted to also say, like, I saw that you're like an artist and a producer and an engineer. Yeah. What the heck, dude? And now you have a kid on the way. Like, how do you balance all that together?
The main priority is always going to be, I feel like, engineering and producing. Okay. When it comes to like my own music per se, like I really just like to record when I'm in a particular vibe, you know? Like, funny enough, bro, yesterday, like I just recorded a song yesterday, you know?
Yeah. Or for yourself?
Yeah. It was either yesterday or 2 days ago, I forgot. But as far as like balancing the time, it's difficult, bro. There's only 24 hours in a day, I should say. Yeah. And I'm usually working 20 out of the 24.
Shit, dude. And you sleep 4 hours?
Yeah, there's some days where I only see 30 minutes of sleep, you know?
No.
Swear, coffee is my best friend.
Dude.
Shout out to coffee.
Bruh. What's your favorite coffee?
Honestly, like, I'm not too particular, bro. Like, I'm more of like a guy who
black coffee?
Not black coffee, but I just like regular hot coffee with some cream and sugar. That's cool.
That's it.
Or either cream and sugar, some vanilla cream or whatever. Just something basic, you know, get me through.
No power naps? No power naps?
I'll take some power naps occasionally.
In the studio?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and like for me, like I said, there was a time when I'll like be in the studio where I won't go home because I'll be working 20 hours a day, and literally I'll have to knock out in the studio, wake up the next morning, I'm like, damn, it's a new day. All right, bet, gotta go get right, and come right back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude, that's insane.
It's a trip, bro.
Well, dude, like before we close it off, I want to leave the stage for you. Like,
Yeah.
do you have anything else do you want to like talk about or mention? And if not, or advice for people who really want to start their own, dude.
I think like I don't know necessarily. I don't want to leave it just in like the pocket of like potential like studio owners, but more of just like anyone who's aspiring to like do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Just, you know, if you want to do something, like put the goal in your mind, but like make sure that whatever you set for yourself, like you make sure that like you take the steps that it takes to achieve that, you know, and like you put in the work, you stay consistent with it, and you just don't give up on yourself. Like, I don't know, I've seen a lot of people in the music industry and even the scene that I got into the shit with, like a lot of people have stopped making music, gave up, and it's like, you know, it's a lot of people just don't believe in themselves, or they let the talent like, I don't know, they just let the talent die out, or like whatever the case may be, you know? But it's like, if you have something in mind, whatever the case may be, just, if you want it bad enough, make it happen, you know?
Yeah.
It's easy, bro. Just be a good person, be genuine throughout this shit, have pure intentions, like, just develop good relationships with people, and, just give it your all, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Like, just don't give up on yourself, don't let the dreams die out, and just stay faithful, keep praying, you know?
Dude, I love that. Words of wisdom from Mike.
For real.
Dude, but to close this out, like where can everyone like find you on like social media or your website?
So y'all can find me on Instagram at Mike Tobinsky or at the Bunker Recording Studios. I got a YouTube too, the Bunker Recording Studios. Y'all can find me on there. But yeah, main goals for this year: content expansion, just keeping the shit rolling, artist development, working with new people, keeping the clientele growing, and just overall like just keep getting this money in, you know?
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming, dude.
Appreciate you.
Well, peace.